Hey YouTube. Korg has done the community a tremendous disservice by releasing a silver monosynth and calling it a bass, thus confusing the entire internet into thinking that this is supposed to be a TB303 clone. It's not. It's pretty damn awesome in its own right, but it's not a TB303. I'm going to show you how it doesn't quite have the same sort of expressivity that you need for playing with a 303, but I'm also going to show you how you can fake it. So for purposes of comparison, I'm going to be using the TT303, and for anybody about to object on the grounds that I'm not using a TB303, you can go fuck yourselves because I'm not spending nearly $3,000 on a nearly 30-year-old synth, especially not a monosynth. I might make an exception for some Moogs, but this is the TT303. So you get all kinds of different expressivity from playing with the cutoff and the envelope mod, which is bumping up the filter cutoff and then dropping it down by the decay. So in this case, I've got the decay completely maxed out, so it's got this long drop-off sweep. And that's what's making this sound with the resonance maxed out like this. And over on the Volca, we can kind of do that. So here, this peak here is the resonance. It's not quite as pleasant. Now you can fatten this up because you've got 3 different oscillators here. So here I'm throwing in a couple of subs. But the decay slope on this is really, really like wonky. Like over here it's got plenty and that's fine, but I can't really play with that very much. See, that's kind of crazy that just having it at this angle here, it's already dropping off that fast. Let me show you over here. See, I got this decay. And it's not until I'm like way over here that I start to encounter that. So being able to control that is like monumentally helpful. Because like every single degree of access that you can tweak this at is an extra level of expressivity while you're actually playing and jamming. Because with this sort of music, right, you're just playing one bar of music over and over again, and the whole way that you get any kind of interesting stuff happening is you playing with the knobs. And if pulling the decay back this far over here is going to suddenly make it start doing the weird. I don't know, it works, but that's my main gripe there with that. It actually works surprisingly well, as you hear, though, if you're going to leave it in a reasonably fixed sort of scenario. Another problem that you'll run into, though, if you're trying to do any sort of complicated acid patterns is the lack of any kind of accent. So you got slide, you can edit that, and that's good fun. But there is no way to add any accent. You can do it by MIDI, but I'm not sure if the envelope is getting that. I don't know. It seemed a little weird when I was trying before. I've only had this for a few days, but I am very surprised with how this sounds when it is sounding good. And a key component to getting that very classic acid sound is to throw it through a distortion pedal. So And if I throw the Volca through there, that's pretty good. Now, you might not want to spend nearly $200 on a boutique distortion pedal, so an alternative for you is the Korg Chaos Pad Mini 2, which I picked up used for $50. And playing with this can add some expressivity. And there's all kinds of different types of effects in here. And yes, it does stereo. So all that said, right, for $150, the Korg Volca Bass is absolutely the best money I've spent on any synthesizer gear. It's just so much value in here. It sounds great, especially in this unison mode where you're throwing all three oscillators at the filter. It's a unique filter. It's not like the 303 filter, but it is its own unique sort of sound. So in combination with other gear, it's great. And if you do try to, set it up the way that I've got it here, make sure that you keep one oscillator, pointing straight up, and the other two are at -12. I'm using a saw, and a square here for this sound.